We got Ross today, finished second in the finals. You want to tell us about yourself?
Yeah, I've been playing Striker forever. Best deck by far, except for all the decks that are better than it. But it does some pretty cool things. And I mean, when in doubt, if you end up watching the man behind the camera here, Sheldon did his profile and talks about card economy as a big thing, and Striker just does that better than most decks.
Absolutely.
So anyway, most of the list is super standard. Some weird changes because this was a bracketed event, not just like typical Swiss local. So I knew who I'd be playing guaranteed round one, and then I can mostly guess the rest of the way through and just kind of tailor to those matchups.
All right, let's get started.
So yeah, main deck 42 because I'm weird.
I run 41. You ain't weird.
So yeah, usually I'm on one rows, but again, bracketed single elim event. Just wanted to make sure I didn't lose from not seeing it because I would hate myself. Best cards in the deck, except for the last game I played where I opened all three of these, and that felt horrible. It went about as well as I thought it would.
Bricks, man. Gotta love them.
Yeah, you gotta sacrifice something. DPE is the best thing that happened to this deck in a long time, so hand trap lineup, pretty typical Ash generic, Veiler because, you know, whatever, generic.
Only two Veilers, huh?
Yeah, mostly because I don't have a third Italian ulti, and they're way too expensive for me to want to buy another one.
Stubborn.
And, like, I don't want to miss
Look at the rarity.
So like that sounds dumb, and it is dumb, but it is what it is.
OCD, man. It's fine.
Plus, you can't use it on your own turn like imperm, so like opening multiples is meh. Although it can't be chain blocked, and it is not a hard once per turn, so there's some upside. 3 imperm because it's disgusting, and then
Really good card.
Ghost spell. I wouldn't have played these except I thought my round 1 opponent was going to be on Musket, and I didn't want Dancing Needle banishing my DP, Engage, and Ray. So that was the only purpose. I did wind up playing against Tri Brigade at the end of it, and I mean, it could have been really good against the Revolt, except I've never had it for the Revolt, so I lost that one pretty horribly.
He did use it against the bird.
Yeah, so I did save DP with it one
yeah.
time. It's the only time I resolved it. Other than that, I was holding it, and it stopped me from resolving Celestial like 7 times, so that was a mistake.
So that's something you would probably agree on possibly moving out of the main?
Oh yeah, it's out right now.
Boom.
Yeah, it's gone. Pankratops because it's a rogue event, and I don't know. I wasn't really sure who was going to make me go second. It's just good to have, I guess.
Pink is so good.
It would have been in my side deck generally, but yeah, no, it just wound up in there. Striker spells 3 anchor because anchor, 1 engage, 1 area 0, 1 shark cannon. This should be a 2-of.
1 shark cannon.
It got switched with the Pankratops.
Okay, I see.
Same logic. I was playing muskets round 1, I thought, and it's just not that good against them except for interrupting the Degusto Emerald effect one, whatever its name is. 1 burner, 1 roll, 1 hornet. Hornet drones plus Rose is Shizuku DPE, and it's kind of fun until you get into Beard. That's sad. Power 1 was Geki. You got to resolve that one once, and it felt like 2002 again. Rhoda, called by. That's it for the 1-ofs. 3 Cosmics. I would never put these in normally, but I just thought everyone was going to be getting me.
Ulti first? No, just
They'll
ulti.
come first, man.
Yep. OTS packs.
Yeah.
I haven't played that long.
That's fair. Right? He just showed up and just wrecked everyone. It's fine. It's casual. Prosperity because DPE.
Now, how would you say this card is besides of Desires? Like, you think this card's like should be a staple now in all Sky Striker builds?
If you're playing DPE, then yeah. If you're not playing DPE, I think it's still a 50-50 debate. Like losing 3 out of your extra deck doesn't matter. Losing 6 kind of sucks, but like if it gets you to Ray, then it's worth it.
Yeah, especially if you know what your matchup is. Banishing some of the cards from your extra deck shouldn't even matter.
I mean, it's almost always the same every time. Yeah, and then 3 TCU because it's fun to floodgate people out.
Oh, in the main, so you do have a going first option.
Yeah, it's primarily going first build. Trying to dig for Shiz plus DPE off the Prosperity and then hopefully land on this.
I see.
Doesn't usually happen.
I noticed no main deck Mystic Mine.
Yeah. Mine kind of sucks right now. Every deck can out it super easily. Yeah, it wasn't. I think I sided one, but I never put it in. Maybe.
Yeah, you said it. You said it against me because of anti-spell.
Oh, right. Yeah, no, it was almost good.
Yeah.
It was almost good, and then it wasn't. Standard 3 Gari, 2 Hayate. Still kind of like I played this deck again forever, so like playing only 2 of these feels weird. But
Especially with Pot of Prosperity too. Like,
right, but I never even came close to missing the 3rd one. You never need it. 3 Shiz, 1 Kaino, 1 Zeke.
all ulties.
Yeah, they're pretty.
Look at the
May as well
bling.
make it shiny.
You don't run out of resources because they're all ulti.
That's how it works. Anaconda DPE. Access code because game is fun. Didn't summon it once. And then instead of Huxley, I wound up on Ningirsu and Phoenix. Again, thought everyone was going to be floodgating me, so Phoenix and 1 Degen here decides to play a lot of Dragoon, so Ningirsu.
So this is going to be a link climb into access code typically?
I guess it definitely could be. It's primarily just out the Dragoon or a Floodgate.
Okay.
But I mean, yeah, this plus Shark Cannon can get you to access code, so it's pretty
Or a
easy
Widow
still.
Anchor, potentially.
Right. Or, yeah, this deck link climbs pretty easily.
All right. Anything about your extra deck you would possibly change for future events?
No, I mean, I'm back and forth on the Halxaline package between those and these, but this could also be like the Charmers is really good
Oh, that's true,
overall.
especially with the new Dark Charmer coming out.
Yeah, I mean, even the existing ones, just using I forget what it is. It depends on the meta, the local, I guess, but like using the light one to take a Mechabo, the wind one to take the virtual world guy, I forget the names. Shen, yeah. They just have pretty good application, but I don't know, not getting floodgated is cool too.
As he runs TC Boo.
Yeah.
Speaking of more floodgates.
Nothing wrong with being a hypocrite, right? I was torn on this versus D-Barrier, but this is just better in my opinion. I mean, D-Barrier is better for an established board, obviously, but like breaking a board, then winding up on this, or opening like even this with a DPE access is really good. And just shutting down, again, floodgating. It's great. 2 Judgment should have been 3. The second Shark Cannon probably should have been in the main. Cut the Pankratops. 3rd Judgment would have been better, but whatever. Here we are. 2 Droplet. Really just for Dragoon. I don't think I need it against anything else. 2 Evenly, 2 Twin for back row decks. Or I thought that there'd be a bird deck here that this would have been good against, but there wasn't. This never came up. These never came up at all.
Evenly's pretty strong.
Yeah, it definitely does things. I'm actually just trying to see what I actually saw from my siding. I think it was just these. And this, that was useless.
Only one
And
Mystic
this
Mine?
that I lost on. Yeah, just one. It's just there to like buy me a turn. I'll never try to rely on this. Force out a negate is best case in my opinion.
Yeah.
And then Nib just feels obligatory. Really.
It didn't work out for you today?
Did not. You would know.
Your
You would know.
matchups were a little weird today. So you chose
yeah.
Judgment over Strikes?
Yeah, stopping the blowout cards. Don't want to get evenly lightning storm.
Oh, I
whatever.
see, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even just stopping a normal summon is always good.
Now, what was your toughest matchups today, would you say? Like your toughest games you played?
I feel like I have to say the one that I ended up losing against Tri-Brigade. I mean, the ground game's tough to keep up with, but it was explosive. I mean, round 1 definitely surprised me. It was just a back row dot deck with Heavenly Prisoner. I think that went about as well as it could have. I didn't get like hard floodgated by anything, so got kind of lucky there.
Nice. That's always a good feeling.
Oh, it definitely is. Round 2 versus Sword Soul.
How did that go? How did that matchup go? I hear mixed reviews on
It had
that.
its ups and downs, definitely. I mean, game 1 was... I barely actually remember game 1. I feel like it was pretty solid, though. Game 2, he absolutely smashed me. It was kind of ridiculous.
Open up full board.
I opened up horrible, and he just OTK'd. I think I said, like, Shizuku, and that was it.
Ooh. No back row?
Maybe I had, like, 1 interruption, but, like, Baron just deals with it.
That's true.
And then game 3, he couldn't get on 10 Ys, and I just kind of used DP to hold him on whatever his normal summon was every time.
It's like DPE control.
Yeah. I mean, because of the reveal, like I knew what his follow-up was going to be, so I just never left him on the token to allow anything.
Telling you, card advantage, economy, knowledge is the strongest thing in Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, is there anything about your deck that you would possibly change for future events?
I mean, for a real event, like a typical local or anything higher than that, yeah, like the Cosmics aren't going to wind up in the main. The Pankratops isn't even going to wind up in the list. The extra deck could be flexed on those 2 spots. There's a lot of flexibility. All of the core things I liked, like, well, except for the ghost spells. The hand traps outside of them were great. The engine ratios were great, except for the second Shark Cannon not being in there. Yeah, no complaints about anything that's not nitpicky.
So you would say the deck still runs pretty okay with the changes that you made with the 1 Shark Cannon and the Prosperities and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, Prosperity is staple in this deck.
Especially with
100%.
DPE now?
Yeah,
It's going to be the main one?
It's mandatory. I know some people play DPE without any pots.
It feels weird.
I don't know, like, I guess I get it, because you're still maintaining more resources than your opponent, and you can still just put just the striker engine going hard second that way, I guess.
That's true.
Like, definitely it's going to work. The pot is just too good.
Only 1 area 0?
Yeah, I went on 1 area 0, like, over a year ago, and it's such a bad card. Like, it's either going to whiff all the time, or you're going to, like, lose something that's kind of good and get, like, a Shark Cannon off of it.
Most of the time, you kind of just want to use it just to try and get a ray.
Yeah,
Right.
Its best use for me has been popping it off of a multi-roll to, like, try and get into a link and climb.
Yep.
It doesn't really do much. It's okay.
All right. Is there any shout-outs you would like to give? Anything you wish you would have done differently in the tournament?
I mean, I kind of wish I just won. That would have been pretty cool. If I just hadn't, I don't know, whatever. Just kidding. I have no issue with Sheldon taking this one.
The current cameraman.
That being said, shout out to Sheldon for winning the event.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
See
Much
his
love.
face on his profile. Shout out to Joe for taking that L so I can go on to get into the
Ooh,
finals.
the Sword Soul player, Joe. You want to say what's up? You're in here too.
You're welcome.
Just the whole environment is just pretty chill in general. We got Mike over here that runs the place.
Always got to give a shout out to Mike. He's the owner. This is Marky Mark with his Archfiends.
Really just well
Squad.
And yeah.
All right.
About it.
Sounds good. All right, we're going to head off this. Have a good one.